This Patriots team is extremely special. They're already exceeding expectations. Everybody thought that they would win 9 to 10 games max. That was my prediction. But now heading into the bye week, 11-2. 11-2, the best record in the NFL, number 1 in the AFC. Yeah, this team is special, and they are destined for greatness. And it's also a victory Tuesday because we won last night on Monday Night Football against the New York Giants. And I'm going to tell you just why this win means so much. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And like I said, got a lot of topics on today, why this win means so much. The Patriots are actually making history in Drake Maye's second year, and also 10 straight dubs. Dub season for the Patriots, more importantly, going into the bye week with a win. So go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, and let's celebrate this dub over the Giants. First off, I just want to talk about just how much this team is thanks to the coaching. Coaching means absolutely everything in the National Football League. And not only are the Patriots playing absolutely great on the field, but more importantly, it's because of the coaching. And for example, the top 2 teams in the NFL right now, in the AFC and the NFC, shout out to the Chicago Bears, the New England Patriots at 11-2, and the Chicago Bears at 9-3. And you may be asking yourself, well, why would the Bears mean anything? Well, if you live under a rock, guess what? Both of these teams were terrible last year, got a new coach. The Bears got Ben Johnson. The Patriots got Mike Vrabel, and now they are at the top of the league. Ben Johnson has changed the culture in Chicago. He looks at, and all that team is coming together. And over in New England with us, Mike Vrabel has changed the entire culture of this team, and as a result, they are believing in themselves. And we're going to talk about some players. Like, for example, Jelani Tavai last year was just, He's been insane. Christian Ellis, He was insane last night. And I think that's just because Mike Vrabel is bringing them all together. You guys saw the clap videos every single time. One clap after in the locker room, and then dapping up every single player. And Stefon Diggs, he's a new member of this team, and he has talked about just how tight-knit this team is. He said this, it's the camaraderie. Guys really pulling for each other. It's not fake out there. You want guys to play well. You want the guys around you to play well, throwing those extra blocks and doing all that. I think it goes a long way. We all hold each other accountable. And it's like we built that standard. I think that's the biggest thing. And they were joking on the sidelines. Stefon Diggs was joking with Marcus Jones after the big punt return, saying, hey, we want to play offense too. Stop scoring. Obviously not being serious, but it's a little joke. But this team is just, as they keep winning over and over and over and how close they are, you're also getting extremely confident. That's another reason why you don't see these trap games, them letting up the trap games, because they're confident. Mike Vrabel has them lifted up and thinking, you are not going to overlook a single game. You're going to go into next week's game treating it the same way as you did last week. Not thinking, oh, the Giants are terrible, which they are. They're 2-11. But you went into that game and you absolutely dominated. And the confidence also starts with your franchise quarterback, and it starts with this guy right here, Drake Maye. Every single week, I repeat myself, and it probably gets annoying to you guys how I repeat over and over and over and over again on specifically how good he has been. And producer Seal, you don't have to go to that list for stat. I can read off the stats for you guys because I got a chart for you just show how good he was. Oh, that would be even perfect to bring that up. Like, he is impressing every week, and it's only his second year. He gets better and better and better. He was so close to getting that 300-yard game yesterday. Thanks for the holding call, the non-holding call on a touchdown to Hunter Henry that got it. But, 24 for 31, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And just the deep ball is absolutely perfect. The one to Kyle Williams. The one fade route to Kayshon Boutte. It's not like some of these quarterbacks, wink, wink, nod, nod, over in Denver that you see check down and just don't know how to throw the ball over the field. Drake Maye is spreading the wealth to every single player, and it's not 5 yards down the field. It's not check downs. It's not screen passes. You see the chart. It is spread out everywhere, going on the right side, the left side, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards down the field. He is playing like an MVP quarterback. And I also just want to give props because why is he playing like an MVP quarterback? Because he is not getting pressured. And this comes from Evan Lazar on initial viewing. PFF had the Patriots' Drake Maye under pressure on 9 of his 36 dropbacks. It's only 25%. They were playing with backups at left tackle with Vidarian Lowe and at left guard with Ben Brown. And that was the biggest concern that I had going into this game was, is Vidarian Lowe going to be able to hold up? Is Ben Brown going to be able to hold up? And guess what? They did. I got to give my flowers to Vidarian Lowe. I said, I challenged you. I'm probably not going to watch this video, Vidarian Lowe. He's probably worrying about film rather than some random guy on YouTube. But props to him. He made me eat my words. He played incredible. I'm not saying he's Will Campbell type stuff, but I just wanted him to be serviceable. He only had about 2 hurries, 0 sacks. That is what we want out of Vidarian Lowe. And I said, just play like everybody all around you. And he did. And that is the one reason why Maye was perfect yesterday. Shout out to Vidarian Lowe. I am becoming a fan of you, and you're proving me wrong. I love it. And of course, why Drake Maye was perfect, he re-jumped Matthew Stafford on why he should be the clear MVP. After the Bengals game and they saw the pick 6, it was like, oh, well, Matthew Stafford's doing this and doing that. Well, last week, I guess you could say Sunday, Matt Stafford had a pick 6 and also a strip sack fumble. And they lost the game. And yesterday, Drake Maye was perfect. So the odds maker said, all right, well, we think Drake Maye is now going to be the favorite for MVP. And you see right there, minus 135 to Matt Stafford. Well, plus 125. It's a close race. But if you ask me, I'm taking Drake Maye every single day of the week. I know Matthew Stafford has been stat padding, but if you look at Drake Maye's season stats, 71% completion percentage, 3,400 yards. He is going to be on pace. If he throws for 200 yards a game, which he has been, you do the math. 4 times 2, that's 800. He's going to go over 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a QB rating of just 111.9. He is perfect on the season, and he's a big reason why the Patriots are succeeding. But there's a lot more reasons why the Patriots are succeeding. We'll get to that in a second. But if you guys think Drake Maye is the NFL MVP, which I do, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. I really think that Maye is going to win MVP in his second year. And only a couple quarterbacks have done that. We saw Lamar Jackson do it. We've seen Patrick Mahomes do it. And look, they're some of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think Drake Maye can do that and become a top 5 quarterback this year, but also going forward. We're going to get to the defense, and of course, we got to give some love to the special teams in a second. But first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball, matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once, and while you and I are out here making decisions every day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right, Prize Picks. Did you know Prize Picks is simple to play? Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you can cash in. Prize Picks now is early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And I made a lineup, not for football, but I made it for basketball because, you know, we had New York against Boston yesterday. We got Boston against New York tonight. Of course, I'm going with the more on Jalen Brunson. Points, 27.5. He's been going off. Deuce McBride, I got the more on 2.5 threes. Look, even if you are a Boston fan, you got to respect Deuce McBride because he always swishes the basketball. And Peyton Pritchard, it's a guard. New York has a lot of bigs, so I'm going to go with the less on his rebounds at 4. You can make a lineup just like that one when you download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, so we talked about the offense, but I think that the Patriots, one of the reasons why they're so good is all 3 phases of the game are elite. Andy Borregales, he did shank a 45-yarder, but he went 4 for 5 for field goals, and he has been borderline perfect this entire season. Only 4 misses the entire year, which is really good for a rookie kicker who's only going to get better. And then, of course, on special teams, Christian Ellis had a big fumble. He leveled the living hell out of Gunnar Olszewski. Hope he's okay. But the one question I just keep asking over and over and over, because teams keep doing it. Why do you keep punting to Marcus Jones? I mean, I appreciate it. Keep doing it because it helps the Patriots out. But is no one watching film? Does no one realize how good of a punt returner this guy is? Because every single week, if he gets the opportunity, he's going for 12 yards. And here comes some Mike Reese. This is his third career punt return touchdown. He now has 75 from ESPN Research, which I think that 75 returns. Yes, 75 returns. Marcus Career's third punt return for touchdown. And this always, now that he has 75 career punt returns, it qualifies him for the official NFL record book. And his average is 13.6 entering this game, which is already the highest average in NFL history. Why would you keep punting to him? If you watch film, you notice, hey, punt the ball out of bounds. I mean, I'm a fan of us, so I want him to keep punting. But if I was another team, I would stop immediately punting to him because he is the best returner in the NFL. And also, Patriots special teams is just good overall. What I saw from yesterday's game, perfect special teams. Marcus Jones, you get an A+ game ball. 3 touchdowns on the year for a defensive back. 2 punt returns, should have 3, but the one unfortunately got tripped up at the line against the Panthers. Christian Ellis was great. Did have 1 shank from Bryce Behringer, which is okay. But disciplined football. The Patriots only had 3, and I mean 3 penalties the entire game. Remember at the beginning of the season when they were getting penalties over and over and over? You clean that up. What does that do? Good coaching, like I talked about at the beginning. And then the most important thing, 0 injuries. Nobody got hurt. Nobody. And I mean nobody. That was the game from hell against the Cincinnati Bengals, where we saw Kyrus Tonga go down. We saw Will Campbell go down. We saw Jared Wilson go down. The week before, we saw Milton Williams go down. This week, nobody. And the best part about it, you're going into the bye. You have a whole 2 weeks to rest up. And guess what? You got a big game coming out of the bye week. And when you look at the AFC playoff picture, this game means everything. You know, it's a t-shirt and hat game in 2 weeks. You play the Buffalo Bills. And if you win that game, you win the division. But the Broncos, they are right behind you. And I mean right behind you. Somehow the Jags are 8-4. And then the Ravens, you play the Ravens in 3 weeks. They're at 6-6. They lead the division, but I really don't believe in them. But you coming off the bye, playing the Buffalo Bills in New England, you can sweep them, win the division, and go in having your playoff spot locked up and an AFC or a hosting game in the AFC playoffs. And the Patriots right now at 11-2, we know this fondly too well. It's been a long time. It's been 9 years since the Patriots started 11-2. And what happened that year? Well, that was the Brady suspension year. And they went 11-2 to start the game, first time since 2016. And the last time that happened, that was the 28-3 year. But you got to keep the game rolling. And we're also, if you wanted to root against another team, since we're on a bye week this Sunday, I got just the game for you. The team that's in second place is going up against a terrible Raiders team, but we saw what happened on Thursday Night Football. The Broncos did not play well against the Raiders because they're frauds. So go ahead. Root with me as we become Raiders fans this Sunday. It's gonna be an okay game, but you gotta root for someone. It's a bye week, so we're gonna be Raiders fans this week. That's gonna do it for the latest episode of Patriots Today. Once again, I want to thank you guys for subscribing. Yesterday we hit 39,000 on the watch party, so now we're on our way to 40K, 883. So if you love the Pats, want daily content, hit that sub button, and as always, let's go Pats.